for taking the time to attend something serious. That tells me that you guys are serious about your future. You are willing to put a few hours of your day to listen to somebody who is bringing some experience and some science to help you, inshallah. So at the beginning, let's first pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the best out of this session and to make us utilize the information that we would learn here to the best to our best inshallah. Allahumma ameen. Allahumma hdina siratak al-mustaqim ya rabbal alameen. Allahumma ashrah sudurana wa yassir umurana. Allahumma khir lana wa akhtar lana wa yassir lana ya rabbal alameen. May Allah choose the best for us. May Allah direct us towards that which is best. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make something good come out of this that will benefit us in our future inshallah. Allahumma ameen. With this intention we start, and we would like to welcome Sheikh Youssef. Came all the way from Missouri. Jazakallahu khairan. In the past he worked as an imam, as a youth director, and he's been currently a career coach in the University of Missouri at Kansas, right?
Kansas City, yeah.
Kansas City, and helping youth developing, especially when it comes to career this decision, inshallah, making a decision regarding the career. Without any further ado, Sheikh Youssef. Bismillah.
Jazakumullah khair. Barakallah feekum. Assalamu alaikum. How's everybody doing? Good? No, I want you to kind of raise that energy a little bit. Come on. How's everybody doing? Alhamdulillah. Okay, wonderful. So, inshallah, today's conversation is all about career clarity. How can you have clarity in your direction in terms of career? Some of you are college students. College students, raise your hand. Okay. High school students, raise your hand. All right. Do we have middle schoolers? All right, wonderful. I'm proud of the middle schoolers the most, to be honest. That's wonderful. I mean, I'm proud of you all, that's for sure. But for middle schoolers to start early thinking about what's ahead of me, I'm very proud of that, mashallah. So inshallah, we have a very simple agenda today, kind of talking about, I was going to do an introduction. We did a lot of that yesterday, and most of you were there, so I'm going to skip on the introduction and get right away to the activities, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. We're going to talk about the purpose of life, kind of redefining the purpose of life for us as Muslims, and then transitioning to taking the career assessment or the work profiler, right? Where you can understand a little bit about things that you love to do, right? Things that you don't like to do, right? In a career way, right? So you'll take an assessment. That assessment will give you a work profile to help you understand your interests, inshallah. And then we're gonna, inshallah, work on that sheet together. We're going to write our own map together, inshallah, as well. There's going to be some group presentations, if you see. I'm not sure some of these are blending in really good right here. We'll do some group presentations on these on the wall, inshallah. There's one right here, one in the back, another one right here. So we'll be divided into smaller groups, bi'idhnillah, for these presentations. And we'll come back and finalize our own plan, bi'idhnillah. Sounds good? Inshallah. Tayyib. Before we start, I want to ask that you do your best to bring your full focus as much as possible. Consider this a safe space, right? Let's do our best not to bully each other, not to do any comments about the choices that we choose, right? Let's provide this as a safe space for each other, inshallah ta'ala. Do we agree on this? Yeah? Parents, yeah? Inshallah? Tawakkalna ala Allah. So engage with your story. Try to bring your story and your ideas in, inshallah. Again, we agreed this is a safe space, so bring your story in, right? Bring your ideas. And this is where we're going to help each other to do better, inshallah, as a group. And here, inshallah, as myself, being the career coach, happy to answer any questions, inshallah, as well. Make sure that you learn something new, right? This is not a lecture. This is rather a workshop for you to learn something new that can help you in the future, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. And the last thing, I want to make sure that you enjoy your time as well, right? I'm not here bringing you to be tortured for the next 2 or 3 hours, but rather, I hope that you will end up enjoying it as well, inshallah. All right? Does everybody have one like this? All right. Bismillah. Tayyib. Before we start, this is an activity that I bring in any of my workshops, right? There's so much going on, right? Could be in your individual life, there's so much going on, but in general, We're living a lot of politics. We're living a lot of things that could distract us. But again, as I mentioned earlier, I want your full focus bidnillahi ta'ala. So this is an activity that can ground you and bring your full focus bidnillahi ta'ala to this conversation today. So this is called the breathing square, right? What we're gonna do is that I'm gonna count to, let me see, do I have that slide? Yep. So what I'm gonna do is, this is a square as you see. I'm gonna say breathe in. I'm gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Then breathe out 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And we're gonna do that 3 times. For some people, it helps them to ground themselves a little better if they close their eyes as they are doing that activity. Some, they prefer not to. So it's up to you what you want to do. Do you have a good understanding what this activity is about? Yes? Yeah? Any questions? So, before we start the activity, I want you to make sure that your foot is grounded on the floor, right? Not tiptoeing, your full foot is in the ground, inshallah. Try to straighten your back, relax your shoulders. Straighten your back, relax your shoulders. All right? It's up to you if you want to choose to close your eyes or keep your eyes open, inshallah. Sounds good? طيب. Focus on your breathing, inshallah. So we're going to start. Yalla. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fill in that lung. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. Breathe in. Fill in that lung as much as possible. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're done. How did that feel to some of you? Good. What else? Relaxing. Some of you were still, I don't want to do it. What are you doing? What is this? I get it. That's okay. Sometimes when we are presented by something new, we don't want to embrace it, but eventually, inshallah, I would highly advise you to try this activity, especially if you are on your own or in a stressful situation. It helps you kind of bring you into reality or into focus, bidnillah ta'ala. So hopefully that brought in a little bit of focus for the group, bidnillah. Before we transition to this activity, that next activity on the screen, I want to do the networking bingo, the first page of your sheet, inshallah. All right? So in the sheet in front of you, the brothers together and the sisters together. I'm sure some of you might know each other, but hopefully with that bingo, you might get to learn something new about everybody else in the group. And the first person that finishes a bingo will be a winner, I guess. So, inshallah, everybody stand up. Stand up. Or I guess the sisters are all in one table, so if you want to sit down, it's up to you as well. But it's better if you stand up, inshallah, and go around. So go around and make sure that you just get to talk to everybody else, you know. Make sure that you connect with the people that you don't know, right? This is the purpose of this conversation, to connect with the people that you don't know in the community. So connect with them and just fill in these boxes, right? Put their name. Nah, come on. Who just said bingo? No, no way. You just finished it in less than a minute.
I didn't write it, but I
So each box, no, you gotta write the names, right? There are pens up here and there are pencils up here if you want pens or pencils, inshallah. But make sure that you write their names, and you can just choose one person to fill everything for you. Each box has to be different. Just finish at least 4 horizontal or vertical. Bismillah. Bismillah. Afwan. Did that just come from your mind, or because you know people, or they actually talk to people? MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Now, horizontally or vertically, whatever works, inshallah. Okay. You can, I guess. You're the winner, but let them continue, inshallah. Okay, make it your goal again, inshallah, to connect with the people that you don't know. Jazakallah khair. MashaAllah. Continue the conversation. I wonder if somebody can finish it all. There's at least 5 people that finished a bingo, but we want to finish it all. Can somebody finish it all? Free space, that just counts as a free space. It helps. It's a free space. You don't have to do anything. Yeah. It just you don't have to do anything for it. It just helps you complete it. No, it's meant for you to get to know other people. So go talk to other people and write their names. Okay, one more minute, inshallah. Bismillah. Take the sheet. We're just working on this bingo. Okay? Here, you can take a pen here too. You're welcome. All right, let's. Allahu Akbar, mashallah. Let's get back to our seat. Let's get back to our seat, inshallah. Allahu Akbar. Well done, Ya Amr. Everybody back to your seat, inshallah. Here. Just take another seat from here. طيب. How was that activity for y'all? Good? Had fun? All right. What's one thing that you learned that's new to you about somebody in the group? Come on. You didn't learn anything new about your group?
Alex is an only child.
Okay. So you just learned that. That's awesome. What else? Muhammad loves tea. All right. We can drink tea together at some point. I love tea too. Okay. We said it's a safe space, right? So let's keep it as such. All right. What else? I want to hear from this table. Anybody learned anything new from your group? Zach, okay. Zach likes to wake up early. Maybe we can go fishing sometimes. Me and Sheikh Amr just went this morning. I want to hear one more person, inshallah. What's one thing that you learned that was new to you about the group? Ubaydah has a food allergy. Well, we got to be careful then. No. Come on. Let's keep the promise. Safe space, inshallah. Allahu Akbar. Me too. طيب. Inshallah, we're going to transition to the next activity. In the back of that same sheet, right? Go ahead, just in any white space in your worksheet, any white space. We're going to work on that activity, inshallah. You have a question? Yes. Bismillah. طيب. This is the next activity for you, inshallah. It turns out, if you draw or doodle, it taps into a different part of our brain, right? There are some of us who like to draw when they are thinking. There are some of us who like to write things down. Is that the case? What do you know? Right? So it turns out again, when you doodle or actually draw, it taps into a different part of your brain. And I want to activate that part today, inshallah, right? It's your creative side. So inshallah, I want you to go ahead and draw a doodle of how you imagine yourself on the first day of your career. You just finished college. This is one possible career that you could be doing. What is that scene looking like, right? What are some of the feelings that you are feeling that day, right? Go ahead and draw that doodle for me, inshallah. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, right? You can draw a stick person if that works for you. Whatever works for you, inshallah. Whatever works for your creative level. Go ahead and do it, inshallah. We'll have 1 minute for it. So go ahead. Time starts right now. That's okay. Start. Try to do something. Again, let's keep it a safe space. I see laughs. I hope we are just, not laughing at each other. This is for later. Okay, it's time. All right. Anybody would like to share? Anybody would like to share? That was 1 minute. Yeah, and that's okay by me. Everybody needs a little bit more time? Yeah? Bismillah? No worries. Tawakkalna ala Allah. 1 more minute. Oh, في بريك. خليها مثلا يعني ممكن نعمل البريك ده قد ايه؟ ممكن نعمل البريك ده يبقى قد ايه؟ بس ياكلوا يعني ولا يعني نخلص جزء حلو؟ خلينا نخلص كل حاجه وبعدين ناكل. يعني ممكن ادي بريك 5 دقايق في النص. يعني انا عامل حساب على مثلا 2 وربع كده، ادي بريك 5 دقايق وبعد كده يرجعوا تاني. بس 5 دقايق مش هيبقى كافي للاكل. اتفضل مع الاكل في الاخر احسن. عشان بعد الاكل هيناموا مني. اللي هو امتى تقريبا؟ يعني 3 بالكتير. 3؟ لا 3 ونص. خلاص ماشي.
لو عملت بريك احيانا بيمشوا ما بيرجعوش. ميك شور ما انا بقول تتمسكوا في الحته دي. المره اللي فاتت فاكر فرامي فواز عمل بريك في النص نص ساعه في النص اختفت كده.
لا مش نص ساعه، احنا بس 10 دقايق. اللي عاوز يروح الحمام، عاوز يشرب ميه بتاع.
ميك شور
خلي الاكل يجي على الساعه 3.
ممكن نقعد في الاخر
بحيث ان هو خلاص خلصنا.
ما نجلش. لا احنا ان شاء الله نروح نتغدى مع بعض بعد أبشر بإذن الله.
طيب, inshallah, for the sake of time, we're gonna get going, inshallah. Who would like to share? What did you draw? Again, this is a safe space, so please be cognizant of that and do your best to keep your thoughts, if they are negative thoughts, to yourself. No bullying, no negative comments. We're here to help and support each other, inshallah. So, who would like to share? Bismillah. All right, wonderful. What are you doing? Hopefully a nurse, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Inshallah, inshallah. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you for sharing. Who else? I want to hear from the brothers too. Come on. Yes. A doctor. What's your name? Mahmoud. You draw a doctor. What kind of doctor you want to be? Surgeon. Inshallah ta'ala, inshallah. Can you tell us a little bit about the drawing? What did you draw there?
I drew a patient on a surgeon bed.
Okay, wonderful. And you have some things in your hand, right?
Yeah, like tools, but.
Okay. Okay, that's something. That's good. It's all about what you imagined and what you did your best to put in the paper. Who else would like to share? Either brothers or sisters? I want to hear at least from two more. I can wait. Come on. Bismillah. Bismillah. MashaAllah. Allahu Akbar. That's, inshallah, one day he will do it. Bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Wonderful. One more for the sisters? Anybody from the sisters would like to share? Allahu Akbar. What kind of doctor you want to be? MashaAllah, I see the, what do you call it, stethoscope? Yes. MashaAllah. What kind of doctor you want to be? It's something. Well, the fact that she drew herself as a doctor, that says something. All right? Okay. طيب. We'll move on, inshallah ta'ala. So hopefully, inshallah, that helped you have some fun and kind of imagine some of the things that you'll be doing, inshallah. One of the things that I wanted to highlight fairly quickly, we mentioned and talked about this yesterday, but I want to bring it up again. What is the purpose of our life as believers ourselves? What is the purpose of our life? This is a goal, to go to Jannah. But what is the purpose of our life? We mentioned it yesterday multiple times. Ibadatullah. To worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونِ. I've never created mankind or jinnkind to worship me, except for them to worship me. Right? So, before we think about our life and our career, we need to make sure that we are getting the satisfaction of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with everything that we do. Right? We're not meant to assimilate to what maybe the non-Muslims around us are doing. Right? We have some boundaries that guard and give us the guidance of what to choose and what not to choose. Does that make sense? Yeah? So, we still are bound by the boundaries of halal and haram as we are doing that conversation today, inshallah. Tamam? One of the pitfalls or the problems that a lot of the youngsters get into as they get into college and graduate from college into career is you get a job so you can afford to have a life, like you have a certain life standard or lifestyle in mind. So you get a job with a focus to get that lifestyle. And then you spend all your time at work and end up with no time to live the life that you're working for. Does that make sense? Like, I want to work so hard because I want certain lifestyle. But most of my time, I'm actually just working. I'm not living. Right? So we don't want to end up in that situation. In fact, statistically speaking, we see that 80% of people fall into that problem. Right? Why are we planning today? Because we don't want to fall into that problem. Does that make sense? طيب. Again, kind of highlighting at the center of everything that we do, we're bound by the halal and haram, making sure that we are choosing a purposeful career that benefit us as Muslims, benefit our community as well around us, and taking the opportunity to support our ummah, right? I know the majority of the culture around us are kind of pushing us to be more individualistic. I want to find my way. I want to find my life. we don't get to be taught a lot in the school system or even in college about how can I benefit the rest of the community around me. We don't hear it a lot in the college, like how are you benefiting your community? How are you impacting your community with the work that you're choosing to do, right? So I want you as a Muslim to think about this idea. How am I going to choose a career that's not only going to benefit me, but benefit my immediate community that I live in and benefit the whole ummah at large as well, all right? So this is another thing that I wanted to bring in as we are navigating the next steps, inshallah. And before we go on further as well, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, sallu alayhi salatu wassalam, he says, "Irda bima qasama Allahu laka takun aghna an-nas." Be satisfied and content with whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mandated for you, and you'll be the richest of all people. Why I'm bringing this hadith in? One of the biggest problems that a lot of the youth get to be occupied with for the longest time is comparing ourselves to others. Anybody have been into that problem, right? Looking around you or looking at social media and like kind of comparing yourself to others. I did. Anybody else have been into that same situation, right? We all have been there, right? So forget about others. Your story is your own story. It's unique for its problems and like challenges. It's unique for its opportunities as well, right? Don't get occupied with others. Focus on you. Be content with whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provided for you, whether it to be the environment that you live in, at home, outside of home, the city that you are part of, the level of lifestyle that you are in, whatever you are in, just be content, right? And this is how you're going to be successful, right? In fact, in positive psychology, we learned through research that people who are content tend to do better, right? For example, they did a research. Their research, they brought two pieces of art. And they brought some people, the first group number one, they said, well, go ahead and choose one of these two, and if you don't like it, if you don't like the piece of art that you choose, you can come back and change it, right? The second group, they told them, choose one of these two arts, or two pieces of art. If you don't like it, then don't take it from the start. Just choose the one that you like the most, and this is yours to keep. There is no change, no more, right? The first group that was given the option to return the piece of art back, it turns out they are not satisfied with the one they have. They are not satisfied with the second piece of art either. And they were not as happy about anything, right? The second group that was not given the choice to change things around was content with what they have. And they just embraced it. Why am I bringing that story? Because sometimes when we compare ourselves to each other or others around us, right? We tend to like, oh, I like this option. Actually, I see this person is more successful in their option. I'm gonna go here. No, it's not a good fit for me. I'm gonna go back, right? And then you're gonna be always not content, right? Just focus on you and focus on that one choice. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for guidance. Talk to others around you to get the help and support, and just focus on that choice that works for you. You compare yourself to others and keep changing left and right, it's not gonna be helpful. Does that make sense? Yes? طيب. All right, as we are thinking about career as well, one, what we call dysfunctional belief. Dysfunctional belief. A belief that we think it's true, but it's not necessarily true. And therefore, it is dysfunctional, right? Is people tell you, what's your passion? Have we heard this before? Just follow your passion. What's your passion? Just follow your passion. Have you heard this? Yes? All right, let's correct this belief. Engagement comes first, then passion develops. Let me put this in simple terms. If you want to be a teacher, for example, you maybe at some point in your school life, you came across a really good teacher who took care of you, and you really loved the impact that they did on your life, and you want to do that same impact. Did anybody feel that at any point? Yes? So this is what we call engagement, right? There is other sorts of engagement. Like for example, the work that we're doing today, right? As you are trying to take a career assessment, trying to research some of the potential career options for yourself, right? Talking to professionals in that specific career as well, this is engagement. The more engagement that you have with professionals and with that potential career, the more passion you're going to develop. Does that make sense? So engagement comes first, then passion develops, right? It's not vice versa. I'm not gonna out of a thin air, I'm just gonna develop a passion for wanting to be a civil engineer. I rather maybe meet a cousin of mine who was telling me about all that work that he's done as a civil engineer, and I love that kind of work, and I wanted to do it. Or I wanted to learn at least more about it. Does that make sense? So engagement comes first, passion follows. What just happened? Oh, Bismillah. طيب, I have the HDMI. If we can just use that instead. All right, we're back. Bismillah. So again, the first thing that happens first is engagement, and then followed by the passion, then develops, inshallah. Bismillah. I have one more sheet here for you. طيب. The next point that I wanted to highlight as well, another dysfunctional belief that we sometimes hear out. Maybe as you're approaching college or in high school, you should know where you're going by now. Do we hear this? Right? Do we feel the pressure? Do you feel the pressure sometimes? I'm talking to our youngsters, youth, college students. Do we feel the pressure? Yes, I felt the pressure when I was there, right? But here's the thing. Our life right now is more fluid and ever changing than ever before, right? There's so many different careers are possible right now than maybe 5 or 10 years ago. There is these potential careers in these potential industries are ever growing and changing as well. And it's hard to choose. I know maybe parents or sometimes teachers have certain expectations and maybe like, hey, you are a junior high school right now, you should know where you're going, right? Or maybe you are a senior, you should know by now. Right? And that's why we're doing this right now and doing it as early as possible so we can know how to do our research, right? So understanding again, when somebody's trying to impose that pressure, try to start having a conversation and ask for guidance. I don't know. I don't know yet. Can you help me figure it out, right? Does that make sense? So this is another dysfunctional belief that I hear a lot from my students. All right, how does it really work? Hopefully the sound is working because we didn't test it. So let's, inshallah, listen to this video together and then we'll get back as a group. Bismillah. It's not working. Okay, let's try this. Surface. Let's try this. Bismillah. Can everybody hear?
You might fantasize that identifying your dream job will be easy. You might take a test to help you understand what you're good at and enjoy. The test
Keep it
works
just
like
for
a
the
magic
computer,
sorting
or-
hat. The best career pops out.
Might be better if you put the audio.
Which output then it will be? Is it this one?
No. Surface, no, speak. Each here, this one. Here you go.
All right, one more try. Thank you for your patience as we are navigating some technological difficulties. Bismillah.
طيب ممكن تشغل ده وتحط المايك.
Let's do that. Okay, come on.
اللي هو الكمبيوتر بتاعك السيرفس هو السيرفس.
طيب, pay attention inshallah. All right, let's go.
You might fantasize that identifying your dream job will be easy. You might take a test to help you understand what you're good at and enjoy. The test works like a magic sorting hat. The best career pops out, you get a job, and are happy for the rest of your life. Or you might take the idealized approach to your career exploration. You'd meet with a career counselor and complete a self-assessment to identify the skills, tasks, and values you'd want in a job. Multiple possibilities come out. To narrow it down, you'd read about those careers, talk to professionals, fall in love with one career, and go get your dream job. This approach is linear and logical, but not usually what happens. In reality, career exploration is messy, laborious, and iterative. Let's look at a typical case. A postdoc named John, ready to move on, but didn't know what he wanted to do. John met with a career counselor, took a self-assessment test, and a whole universe of career possibilities emerged. John narrowed his choices to 3 and began investigating jobs as a management consultant, medical science liaison, and medical writer. He did some reading on consulting and decided that consultants travel too much, so he eliminated that career. Next was medical science liaison. He liked what he read. He would be scientifically engaged while working with scientists and physicians. John talked to a medical science liaison and liked most of what he heard, except that there are advancement ceilings, so he crossed that off the list. On to medical writing. Like before, John read and spoke with people. He liked what he learned. He especially liked that he wouldn't need previous experience. He was tired of his postdoc and ready to make money. Over the course of a year, John applied for a ton of jobs, but got no interviews. Confused, he talked to more people. One told him that the field had changed. Now, you needed experience. So, he took a $2,500 regulatory writing course that would make him competitive. Unfortunately, he hated it. By now, John was very frustrated and told his sorry story to a classmate in the writing course. She suggested something different. Patent agent. It seemed to involve the kinds of skills and tasks that John liked. This was an option he hadn't even considered. So we started the whole process over, reading and talking to people. This time, he also tested the work with a part-time internship at his university during his postdoc. He loved the work. He wrote reports and met several patent agents and lawyers. One of them suggested that he take the patent bar. He did, and he passed. John applied for jobs and found one quickly. These days, he's happily employed as a senior patent agent at a biotech company. Career exploration is complicated, messy, and hard work. So start early. Career exploration takes time. Don't rely on a single anecdote. Get multiple data points.
Okay. Again, running into some difficulties, so bear with me for a second. I thought everybody was seeing it because I can see it on the screen here, but it was not showing it here. Is it possible? Is it possible to take this out and just connect the HDMI? That way we don't keep stopping. Internet connected. Device connected to the same. Thank you. طيب. I know we didn't finish the video completely, but most of it was almost done. What did you learn from this video? What's one thing that you learned from this video? Career exploration is hard. It's okay for it to take a long time. It's not a straight path, right? You're going to take a lot of twists and turns until you figure your own career path. Does that make sense? طيب, what else? Either the brothers or sisters. Talk to people in the field. Engage with people in the field of interest that you want to be in, right? This is part of developing that passion, getting more understanding about the potential difficulties that you might be facing in that potential career, or the things that you might like or might not like in that career as well, right? So talk to people in your community. Who's doing such and such that I want to be doing? Then start trying to have conversations with them, okay? What else did you learn from this video? Start early because it takes time. One of the things that I mentioned earlier, I'm really proud of the middle schoolers here because I'm going to give you a story, right? One of my students at the University of Missouri is a mechanical engineering student. He came to me in his freshman year, his first semester, and he said, I want to get an internship. I said, sure. What experience do you have? It turns out in his high school, he already has talked to other mechanical engineers. He has already did job shadowing. Job shadowing. Anybody have heard that term before? Job shadowing. What's job shadowing? Yes, to shadow somebody, to work with them as their shadow in their position of work, to see them in their daily activities. What are they doing? Right? If you are a civil engineer working in the transportation field, what are they doing? What sort of bridges are you building? How are you designing the bridges? Right? How are you making sure you're following safety regulations and stuff like that? Right? So following them. So this person, it turns out he did some shadowing experiences in his high school. He started learning some certifications in his high school. He actually did an internship in his high school. In fact, there are some employers right now who are offering high school internships. So this student, in his first semester, second week of the first semester in college, he got another internship, right? So when you start early, right, because it takes time, you're going to already have the conversations that maybe some of your colleagues will be having it in their junior year, right? So you'll be already ahead of the game. You'll be already having a competitive advantage than everybody else in your class. So this is a very important point. What else? One final thing that you learned from this video that we watched together. One more thing. طيب. We're going to transition, inshallah, to the next thing. In front of you, we have Holland Code, right? These 2 pages are teaching you about the Holland Code. Before we take the Holland Code, you can go ahead and skip to page number 2, which it will have. There is one of the QR code underneath it. It says explore possible careers. Explore possible careers. So go ahead and scan this QR code. This QR code right here to the left. Explore possible careers. Go ahead and scan the QR code, inshallah. Get to the website. Yeah, we have to just. أيوة. لا بالعكس. لا انت كده تمام. لازم استخدم الريموت عشان تغير الاوتبوت ولا ايه؟ مش معايا الريموت. بسم الله. الحمد لله. مش مشكلة، أنا هرجع أبص على سيبها زي ما هي، أنا هبص على السكرين لو احتجت حاجة. طيب, did everybody scan the QR code? Before you start anything, inshallah, just hold your horses. Before you start anything, some of you might have finished the assessment already. I know. Just take a pause, inshallah. We'll navigate that resource together in the next few minutes. Before we start, inshallah, I want to make sure that you understand Why are you taking that assessment? So, first things first is self-awareness, right? We need to make sure that we understand what do we value in the workplace, right? This assessment is 60 questions, 60 multiple choice questions, where it gives you a certain activity, right? It tells you, let's say for example, treating a patient, right? And then you're gonna choose, I like it very much, I hate it very much, or neutral. I don't know. I'm okay with either, right? So you're going to go through each one of these activities and you're gonna choose for yourself whether you like it or not. And this is gonna help you understand the things that you value, the things that you like, and the things that you don't like, and stuff like that, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Okay? So self-awareness is gonna be very important as we are navigating our career choices. So as you scan this QR code, right? Did everybody manage to access this website? My next move. All right. There is one of the buttons says explore or start a career exploration. Okay. All right. Interest profiler. Let me make sure everybody's on. Yes. Discover your interests. Yes. There is a button that says discover your interests. So make sure that you click start. Again, as I mentioned, these are going to be 60 questions. We're going to take our time answering some of these questions. Make sure that you don't think too much about it, right? Don't think about how much education is going to take me to get to that job. Don't think about how much money I'm going to be earning in that job, but rather the activity itself. Do I like doing it? Do I don't like to do it? Do I hate it? Do I like it so much? Do I hate it too much? Or like neutral, inshallah. So just choose one of those, but don't think too much about it, inshallah. طيب, I'll give you 5 minutes, inshallah, to finish that assessment. I don't want you to go through everything. I want you to stop at this screen. Pay attention, please, here. I want you to stop at the results. The results screen will give you what we call your whole and code, and will give you some numbers. And these numbers, you're going to record it on your sheet. In your sheet in the bottom right here, can everybody look here for a second? In your sheet, in the bottom right here, you'll see your whole and code. Go ahead and list your whole and code once you get to that screen, inshallah. Does everybody know what are they doing? We good? طيب, I'll be going around. If you have any questions, just raise your hand. And your time starts now. anybody reached to that page yet? You finished it? You got to the results? If you got to the results, don't go beyond the results. Let me clarify one thing, inshallah. Pay attention here for a second. Pay attention here for a second. Everybody, pay attention. After you're done, you're going to get scores. There is the Holland code. There is 6 of them, right? And you're going to get a score for each. Try to rank them from the top score to the lowest score. In your sheet, rank them from the top score to the lower score, right? Write everyone and write in front of it what's the score. So rank them from the top to the bottom. Again, you gotta stop at the results page. Don't advance beyond the results page. The screen on the Right, did everybody get to the results page? If you get to the results page, got to the results page, raise your hand. Okay. Right, we'll give you maybe 1 or 2 more minutes to just put your results on the page in front of you. I just realized that I only put 5 bullet points. There are 6 supposed to be. So just write number 6, the lowest score at the bottom under the bullet points. But again, you're going to write the top score at the top. Rank them from the top score to the lowest score. I'll give you 1 more minute, inshallah, before we transition to the next thing. عمر خلصت؟ طيب. You done? Do you need another pen? Okay. There's more. There's more pens over there. Done. Almost done. Almost. Okay. Did you write everything? Done. Okay. السلام عليكم. Come on in. تقريبا خلصنا ايه؟ هيحلوا مع بعض. المفروض هي المشكلة ان كل واحد هو معاه هتبتدي تاخد الاسماء تمام. طيب, for the sake of time, inshallah, we're going to transition to the next thing. Are we done? Did everybody done? Write their scores. Did everybody write their scores? طيب. Bismillah. Before we have a conversation with each other, inshallah, on each table, I want to make sure that you understand what do these results mean, right? So inshallah, pay attention, inshallah, for this video really quick. Here, maybe you guys can share this one. We'll try to get another copy for you, okay? So, pay attention, inshallah, with this video. This video basically summarizes the 2 pages for you, okay? These 2 pages that talks about the Holland Code, it summarizes it for you, so pay attention, inshallah. ماشي. طيب. Sheikh Amr is passing on a list or a piece of paper. Just write your full name in clear letters because we're going to mention it in your certificate, inshallah. So make sure you mention your first and last name.
If your highest score is realistic, you are a technical person. Firstly, you would be comfortable working with plants, animals, and physical activities like handling tools and machinery. You place great value on practical and physical things like material goods, tools, equipment, machines, as well as plants and animals. As a realistic person, you possess good practical technical skills. People who score highest in realistic usually consider themselves as down-to-earth, realistic, and practical people with strong technical abilities. Therefore, jobs and work environments that you could excel in will be those that are most often related to practical technical careers. These could include, for example, areas related to carpentry, culinary, horticulture, infocom technologies, machinery, veterinary. Your highest.
Before we transition to the next thing, how many of you had realistic at the top? How many of you had realistic at the top? Raise your hand. Realistic? None had realistic at the top? Okay. Does it make sense to you? Yeah? Do you feel like it's describing who you are? Okay, wonderful. Anybody from the sisters had realistic at the top? Okay, moving on.
Investigative, you have an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. Firstly, you would be comfortable in knowing the why and the how. You enjoy reading, immersing yourself in theory, as well as understanding context, discussions, and debates. As an investigative person, knowledge, critical assessment ability, and liberal attitudes are important to you. You're likely to be proficient in languages and adept at understanding and solving scholarly problems. People who score highest in investigative usually consider themselves intellectuals and contemplatives. Therefore, jobs and work environments that you could excel in will be those that are most often related to academic professions within the natural sciences, social sciences, and cultural studies. These could include, for example, areas related to engineering, medicine, law, languages, research and development, sciences.
Investigative. All right, mashallah. I like it. Okay, wonderful. How does that apply to you? For those who had investigative at the top, how does that apply to you? Like, does the description of it make sense to who you are and the things that you like to do? Yeah? Anybody would like to comment on that further? No? That's okay. All right.
If your highest score is artistic, you make things beautiful. Firstly, you're comfortable in expressing yourself. You have a need to express your creative juices through shapes, colors, pictures, words, or music. You possess strong artistic abilities and place great value on imagination, creativity, freedom, and aesthetics. People who score highest in artistic usually consider themselves expressive, original, and independent. Therefore, jobs and work environments that you could excel in will be those that require your artistic talent, imagination, and creativity. These could include, for example, areas related to acting, architecture, authoring, designing, music.
Artistic. Who have artistic at the top? Or at least the top two? Anybody? So it turns out, what is it? Anybody have artistic in the top three? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. One thing we need to understand that not necessarily because you have one of them at the top that this is the thing that defines you. This is just the thing that defines you most. But that doesn't mean you don't have any of the rest, right? Obviously, each one of them, you have a little bit of score there. Does that make sense? So, each one of us will have a profile that's a mix of all of them. But there are some things that are more of a highlight in your profile. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay.
If your highest score is for social, you love caring for the people around you. Firstly, you would be comfortable giving advice, helping and supporting other people. Being appreciated by others and the respect for values and feelings are important to you. Your love in interacting with people also gives you an aptitude for providing care and services. People who are social usually consider themselves helpful, patient, friendly, and loyal. Therefore, jobs and work environments that you could excel in will be those that are most often related to people. These could include, for example, areas related to education, training and development, social services, healthcare, public services, human resources. If you're
Social. Anybody had social at top three? Top? Allahu Akbar, mashallah. Top for me as well as social. Number one is social for me. I love helping others. That's why I'm a career coach. Right? So, wonderful. Let's move to the next one.
highest score is enterprising, you are a visionary. Firstly, you would be comfortable directing and motivating others. You would also be comfortable selling things or ideas. That you could excel in will be those that are most often related to management and sales. These could include, for example, areas related to entrepreneurship, management, marketing, consultancy, sales.
Anybody had enterprising at the top? Allahu Akbar, mashallah. We have entrepreneurs in the house. Allahu Akbar. So enterprising sometimes people think of it as just entrepreneurs, right? Or businessmen, or just those who want to do business. That's not necessarily the case. Those who have enterprising theme in their profile, it's just your profile, or you are somebody who is visionary, who like to put ideas and bring these ideas into reality, right? And that's what entrepreneurs do, right? They have an idea of a business, they bring it into reality. But that doesn't mean you can only do that in just business, right? You can have an idea of a program in the masjid. You can have an idea in any career as an engineer, right? As a mechanical engineer, you do a lot of designs, and you test these designs and simulate it, right? Having a vision and translating that vision into a reality is something that you will do if you have enterprising as a theme in your profile.
If your highest score is conventional, you bring order to a messy world. Firstly, you would be comfortable working with numbers, data, facts, and office administrative tools. You place great value on order, accuracy, defined goals, and framework. Your need for structure makes you someone who's adept at systematizing and structuring things. People who score highest in conventional usually consider themselves as tidy, reliable people who are good at following a plan. Therefore, jobs and work environments that you could excel in will be those that are related to structured, organized administrative positions. These could include, for example, areas related to accounting, administration, auditing, finance, procurement.
All right. Who had conventional in their top 3? Conventional for me is number 3. I'm somebody, if I'm in a meeting, for example, in a team meeting, I'm somebody who's just taking notes, organizing thoughts, and trying to see where do my thoughts fit into the rest of the teams. I try to organize the procedures and policies of how we're doing things in our office. This is me, right? So this is conventional. All right. Do all the themes make sense? What does it mean to be enterprising or to have social at the top, conventional, all of this? Does that make sense to everybody? Do we have any questions? No? Fine. So, in your worksheet, if you turn to the next page, there's the first question. The first question, in your own words, briefly describe the primary characteristics of each of your top 3 colon codes. There are top 3 that describes who you are. I want you to go ahead in your own words. How does that apply to me? Right? What is my interpretation of that colon code that I got? I know we don't have a lot of or enough sheets for everybody, so I'm sorry if you are sharing together. All right, I'm giving you a couple of minutes, inshallah, to finish this. So finish it as soon as possible. In your own sentences again, it's not meant to be an essay, just a short paragraph, maybe 4 or 5 sentences. Describe in your own words, what does your colon code mean to you? Say that again. No, don't hit next. But for you, at the top was investigative. The next one is probably you have a tie between social and enterprising. So in your own words, what does that mean to me, right? And the things that I want to do in the future as well. Does that make sense? So in your own words, just write a few sentences here. Okay, if you finish writing your sentences, in your group, start this conversation, inshallah. In your group, start this conversation. What does your results mean to you? Are the results what you have expected? Why or why not? What would others say about your results? And the last question is, how might this relate to some of your choices for academic major or a career path that you chose in the future? All right? So have a discussion among your group, right? This corner here, have a conversation, have a conversation, have a conversation, all right? Have a conversation, inshallah, about your results. Let's talk together, inshallah, have a conversation. Let's talk to each other, inshallah, and have a conversation about the results. How's it going? You surprised by your results? Yeah? How so? None of it applied to you? Tell me more. What's your top? What's your top? Surprising. Okay. And why is that surprising to you? So again, surprising is not about leadership. It's about having somebody who might have a certain vision and want to turn it into reality, right? That vision could be a vision for a business, could be a vision for, you could be an engineer designing a certain tool, right? You could be leading a group and have a certain vision for an event or a certain vision for how you want this group to grow. Yeah, so it's not about just being a leader, right? But this is just one factor of it. Does that make sense? Sisters, how are we doing? Good? You guys having good conversation with each other, maybe kind of picking each other's mind about possibilities? All right? How's it going for you, sisters? Good? All right. Do your best to be present, engage as much as possible. I know maybe you joined us a little bit late and you feel a little bit lost, especially if you didn't do the assessment. But just be present and try your best to be engaged, inshallah. Hopefully you can benefit from it. And ask me questions if you have questions. Right? If you're lost, just ask the questions. I'm here to help you. Okay? Play. طب تعمل ايه بقى هنا؟ ايه ده؟ عاوز افهم انا بس. مش مشكلة بس انا عاوز افهم ايه ده؟ حبيبي. طيب. Okay. This is the moment that you've been waiting for. We're going to take a 5 minutes break, stretch, use the bathroom, drink some water, and come back. When we come back, we're going to take that assessment that we started together to the next level, inshallah, as a group and navigate the next steps. Inshallah, this is going to be just a break in here, stretch, move around, use the bathroom if need be, but don't go too far. Again, just 5 minutes, okay? So 5 minutes, you can choose to take it in your seat too if you would like.
All right, so we're going to break for 5 minutes, inshallah, and then after that we come for, I think, a couple of more activities.
Yes, inshallah.
And then, inshallah, we're going to eat together. We have Subway waiting for us, inshallah.
We're gonna have food at the end and the certification as well.
Yes,
so
the certification
don't be running away because there's certifications that you don't want to miss on. Some of these certifications will be very helpful for you as you apply for college, actually. Okay? عفواً. لا اصحى بقى اصحى معايا انت بتعمل لي زي مين ده عبد الله ده ولا مين؟ عبد الله اللي نايم ده ولا مين؟ صاحي من بدري؟ الله أكبر. الله أكبر. أعانك الله يا عبد الله. إيه ده؟ أحلى مسا عليك. ما بضغطش عليه، بس في ناس يعني يحرج ان هي تشير. Bismillah. This. If you know your friend is not here yet, make sure that you get them. If you know your friend is not here yet. Where did I leave my clicker? Assalamu alaikum, everybody. We're about to start, inshallah. Come back. Where are the boys at? Come on. Still missing some of the boys. Bismillah. Who are we missing from the boys? Muhammad Dabur. Where are you at? فين يا محمد؟ احنا لايف كمان يا محمد. قاسم أين أنت يا قاسم؟ كله يشرط كله، محدش سايب حد في حاله. مصطفى مين؟ مصطفى شلبي. يلا يا شباب. Are we missing anybody? I see a couple of empty chairs. طيب. For the sake of time, inshallah, we're going to get going. The next step, or the next few steps, we're going to do it as groups, in groups first. We're going to do it in groups first before we do it individually. Right? You're going to choose to do it individually on your own phone as well. Okay? So we have how many sisters? We have 11 sisters. Let's say maybe 2 groups. Okay. So we'll do 2 groups. How about 1, 2, 1, 2? You're going to be 1? You're going to be 1, inshallah. Number 1. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay? So know your group. You either group number 1 or group number 2. Make sense? Okay. طيب. We'll just be divided into 3 groups. Remember your number. 1, 2, 3. Okay? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Remember your number, okay? So everybody remember your group, okay? So we have 2 groups for the sisters, 3 groups for the boys, inshallah. Okay? طيب. So again, the next few steps, we're going to do it as a group, and then we'll come back and do it in our worksheet individually, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. So, now that we have taken the assessment, the next step is to understand, number 1, there are different levels of preparation for every career, right? Yes, you have a certain profile, right? That work profile that gives you a little bit of an understanding of what you like, what you don't like, the values that you like for yourself, and the values that not necessarily values for you in your profile. Now, transitioning into choosing a possible career, there are different levels of preparation. What does that mean? Maybe you want to be a doctor. That means you go to a bachelor degree, you transition to medical school. Maybe you can go to, there's 6-year programs, medical school, right? But we're talking about the time commitment, right? How much time you're going to spend in school, how much after school is needed in order to take licensing or certification if needed, right? So every career have different levels of preparation, right? So in the next steps, you're going to choose what level that you're going to be committed to, okay? So in that same assessment in the phone where you took the assessment, once you press next, you'll be able to choose a certain level of preparation, and then it will give you the different possibilities. The levels are little to no job preparation. So think, for example, I want to finish high school, take a certification. I don't want to even go to college. That's little to no preparation. Some job preparation, let's say you want to go to community college for a couple of years, and that's about it, right? Medium job preparation, think that maybe a job that requires you to have at least a bachelor degree, right? A high job preparation, think a job that requires you to have a bachelor's degree plus a certification or license, or maybe a master's degree after as well. An extensive job preparation means there is extensive time of training before you start the job. Does that make sense? So think law school, for example. Think medical school. Think being a surgeon. Does that make sense? Make sense or no? Yes. All right. Now, as you go into your group, you're going to choose one job zone together as a group. Okay? So you probably might be working with one device as one group. And then from there, you're going to be given different career options. You're going to choose one that you're going to present to us about. Right? We have different stations at the walls, as you see. You're going to choose a station for each group, and you're going to start designing that station for your group to tell us about that possible career that your group choose. Okay? Now, what is it going to look like? It's going to look like something like this. For example, you choose to be a firefighter, for example. It's going to tell you what do they do, what are some of the knowledge that they need to know, the skills, the abilities. You're going to get to know the typical education level needed for that job. You're going to get to know how much you'll be paid for that job. You can do further research to understand what is it specifically for this area code too, for this zip code, how much I'll be paid. Because these numbers in the main page will be nationally, right? On average, how much you'll be paid. But we know that the number will change according to your zip code, okay? You can also press on Find Training, where you can actually write your own zip code, or maybe choose Florida, for example, as a state, and it will tell you all the different schools in Florida that provide education or training that can get you that specific career path. Make sense? Is this clear? Yes. All right. Fine. So again, once you hit training, you can put your zip code, you can figure out possible colleges, universities. In this example, for example, I put bioengineers. It turns out that University of Florida in Gainesville, Florida, offers it. Florida International University offers it as well in Miami. Tampa, in Tampa, there's University of South Florida too, right? So we'll give you all the different options that gives you a major that translates into the career option of choice. Make sense? Fine. In your group activity, I want you again, you're going to choose a commitment level in terms of job preparation, and then from there, you're going to choose one position that you as a group going to teach us about, right? And you're going to design a poster. Do your best to keep this poster colorful, right? I don't want it to be just words. Try your best to doodle and draw things together as a team as well. And divide tasks. Maybe there is 5 of you, maybe 3 of you are going to design the poster, 2 of you are going to prepare the presentation to present to the group about that position. Make sense? Okay. The information I'm going to be looking at, job description. So what does it mean to be a firefighter, right? As we have seen in that example, right here, for the firefighter, it tells you at the top, what's a firefighter, right? And then the other information I'm looking for is skills. Education. What is the typical education needed? Training, right? And then salary, right? We have seen the salary on the same page as well. You can choose to find local salary for Florida, for example, or maybe to our zip code, or you can also put the national salary average. And you can highlight some of the skills too, if you would like, right? You're going to be given 5 minutes to design your poster, and you're going to be given 2 minutes each to present, inshallah. I know this is not enough, but this is meant to help you develop some of the major skills that you need to have in the job market at large. Teamwork, communication, dividing tasks, and helping each other do things, right? We'll see how that works out, inshallah. Again, you're going to start by choosing a job zone, choosing one potential career path that the rest of the group going to do together. All of you going to tell us what is that position about. You're going to highlight for us the job description, education and training, salary in general, and what's the college degree needed or the skills needed for that position, inshallah. Okay? All right. So we have group number 1 from the sisters. Can we get to that poster right here? And try to take some of the Sharpies or the colorful pens on the...
Please make sure as you're drawing, do not put too much ink. Do not go outside the white thing because it's probably not it's gonna be non-erasable.
You sure it's not gonna?
Yeah, just we do have 2 sheets on the wall just to make sure it doesn't bleed to the wall. But just be careful not to get to the wall, inshallah, as you color. Group number 2, inshallah, to this wall. Brothers, inshallah, group number 1. Group number 1, do you remember your number? Group number 1. right here. Group number 2, to this one, to the right. Group number 3 in the back here next to the table. Group number 3 in the back here next to the table. Make sure that you take some of these colorful pens with you. This is what you're going to use to design your poster. You remember? Okay, which group is this? 3? Okay. Go to this group. Go to this group. Go to this group right here. All right. All right. Does everybody understand what they're going to do? You're going to use only one device, right? You're going to use only one device and move into the next, okay? You're going to use one device and going into the next step and choosing a position together, okay? طيب, get started inshallah. Everybody get started. Do we understand instructions? All right. Sisters, do we understand instructions? All right, it looks like you are on to it already. Do we understand what we need to do? You pick it from here. So go next. And then choose. And then you just hit next and then choose a career. You guys probably need some of those. Yep. Do you guys have enough like colors and stuff? Wow, one color. Give me a couple from your colors. Do you guys have enough colors and everything? All right, mashallah, the sisters started already. Allahu Akbar. All right, time starts now. You have 5 minutes. Make sure that you not only preparing your poster, but you are also preparing your presentation. How are we doing? Did we choose a career yet? Okay, so you gotta click, close, then choose a job zone. Media, next, and then next again. Now choose one of those. You can scroll up and down. Allah. You're in group 3. How many of you guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just choose a group. Just join a group. All right. Let's work together and make sure that we are not only preparing the poster itself, but also preparing how we're presenting it as a group. Okay? Same to you guys, okay? Make sure that you prepare your posters, right? Get started already. We're almost like 4 minutes down. All right, make sure that you work together to prepare the presentation as well. Okay? What are we doing?
Yeah, I just changed it to this one. Back to this. So I can do this so I can get slides straight there. This one. Do you have a power on this?
Yes, just put it right here.
Here.
4 or 5 minutes. The timer got stopped, so we're good. Just do as fast as possible because we want to finish the program as soon as possible so you guys can have food. Use different colors too. Don't use just one color, okay? I'm gonna steal a couple from you guys. Because I have 2 red. 2 red. Make it colorful, guys. Use different colors. I'm giving you more colors right here. more colors. نور يا دكتور أحمد. Wonderful. Using a lot of colors. I like it. Try to do drawings as well. Not all. Bismillah. Try to doodle around and do some drawings as well, not just the words, okay? Boys, use more colors. And y'all are watching. He's doing all the work. Okay. 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 Make sure that you prepare the presentation as well. Divide tasks. Divide tasks. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Some of you divide tasks. Yeah.
Can I borrow this?
You can take it. You have 3 minutes left. Make sure you prepare the presentation and make sure that you prepare your poster as well.
Training's next.
Two minutes left. 2 minutes left. Make sure that you're ready with your presentation as well. White one? Right here. Okay. All right, 1 minute left. Make sure that you get prepared with the presentation. Finalize your poster. How are we doing? Are you ready with the presentation as well? Ready with the poster? Everything's good? Okay. Are we ready? Are we ready with the presentation as well? Shabab? Okay. Try to finalize that inshallah. You guys ready? Inshallah? You feel like you're ready? Almost? MashaAllah. We feel like we're ready? MashaAllah. MashaAllah. I like the artistic piece of that group. I love it. MashaAllah. الله يحفظك حبيبي حبيبي. طيب inshallah. Time is over. Time is over inshallah. Turn around. Show me them beautiful posters. Brothers, sisters, let's get ready inshallah. Bismillah. Allah yahdi. Okay, which group want to present first? Which group want to present first? Anybody? Shabab? Okay. خليني بقى معاك أو خلينا نقول مش عم عايزين بقى الشباب بقى معاك. شباب, we're about to present whatever you have. We're just gonna start with it inshallah. Okay? Sure. طب خلاص. Just get ready with the presentation. شباب. Whatever we have, that's it. خلاص. For the sake of time, we're just gonna stop here inshallah. For the sake of time, get ready inshallah. Get prepared to present. Okay? Same to you. Sisters, whatever we have, inshallah, we're going to start presenting. Bismillah. Yeah. We start presenting right now. I didn't say which group going to start. Whatever you have, that's enough, inshallah. Whatever we have, I know we're having a lot of fun. Okay, wonderful. You ready to present first? No. Okay. No? Okay. Any group want to start first? You either choose yourself or I'm just going to start it. All right, group number 1, where are you at? Let's start with this group. Group number 1, right here. This is group number 1. Group number 2. Group number 3, 4, and 5. Okay? So, sisters, try to come closer that way so you can hear what the brothers are saying and see the posters as well. Where's the extra mic?
No, you're the one.
All right.
I don't know anything about it. I drove.
Do you have it? Okay. Bismillah. Everybody, pay attention. Group number 3. Pay attention, inshallah, to what they're saying. Everybody here? Listen, inshallah. So, start number 1. What is the position? Tell us more about it. Tell us more about how much they get paid, the skills that they need to have, and all of that. Bismillah. You can start with your name as well. Introduce yourself.
So we put poets, lyricists, and creative writers. The knowledge you need to have, you need to know English. You need to be like creative. I need to have communication skills and be like verbal and have ideas and logic. And some of the skills, you need to be able to write things. You need to be able to read. You need to be able to problem solve and be able to notice a problem and figure it out. And the average salary is 72,000.
Average salary. Did anybody know that if you could be a writer and you get an average salary of 72K? Did you know that? Okay, we learned something new. What else? Is that all? All right, let's give a hand, inshallah, to group number 1. All right, group number 2, Bismillah.
We got Mustafa Shalabi and Youssef Al-Bibi present.
Come on,
Thank you for
we
the
got this,
intro.
inshallah.
All right, so the skills needed to be a concierge.
What is the position first?
Concierge.
Okay, go ahead.
So a concierge is kind of like an usher. They guide you to wherever you're supposed to be going. It's typically a job at hotels, the receptionist at a hotel. The skills needed for this job is speaking, sometimes multiple languages, listening and understanding people, understanding your customer's concern, what they're trying to do, what their interests are, because a lot of the time you're trying to sell them stuff, whether it's going to the spa or going to the golf course at the hotel. And I'm not really sure what knowledge is. Training / education, high school plus some college.
So there is no education needed in college, right? Maybe some
no,
college.
So some colleges offer something called like a hospitality degree. Like there's one with the Hilton, I think, and a few other brands.
Wonderful.
So if it's, of course, a hospitality degree would be like a higher position, like a manager.
Do you think it will give you a competitive advantage, right?
Definitely give you an advantage.
Yes, okay.
And the salary is around 37,000 starting, but I think that's without a high school degree, without
Just
college.
Just high school.
That's the national average without any further education after high school.
Some of these jobs like may include flight attendant or someone working at a hotel.
Or an usher. Like
Okay,
in
wonderful. So in a
movie
theater or
theater,
something? Okay, movie theater. Okay, wonderful. Group number 2, give him a hand. All right, moving into group number 3. Give me the mic.
All right, so we got plumber.
Bismillah.
So as a plumber, let's start with the education that you need. So the minimum you need is a GED, which is a general educational development course. You don't need any college degree. So if you're looking to find work without any student loan debt or anything like that, it's a really good career to look into. It's similar to welding or carpentry. You basically learn a craft and you make a career out of it. Starting salaries aren't too bad, 63K. And what we're banking on is basically you're looking for a job that is very hard to get replaced by AI or robots. So people are always going to have clogged drains or a leaky pipe, and that's something we can fix. And our motto is, your leak is our mission.
Allahu Akbar. MashaAllah. Creative.
Yeah, so some schools, you can work as a plumber with a degree or the GED. If you're looking into graduating with a college degree, South Florida Institution of Technology offers that program in South Florida.
MashaAllah.
Yeah.
So well done, group number 3. Actually, they went further and looked for training and education with a specific college. Well done. And did you know that a plumber earns 63K plus a year? Did that information surprise you a little bit? Yeah?
Also, I'd like to add that the outlook for the career is very bright because not many young people are looking towards a career like that. They're looking more for office jobs and white-collar jobs. So the outlook for it is great.
MashaAllah, group number 3, it surprises me even more. So one of the information that's provided in that website as well, it gives you a job outlook. It tells you in the future, within the next 10 years, is this a growing job or is this a job that's not growing? Which tells you by the time you graduate from college or by the time you reach to that career and finish your preparation, is it going to be easy for you to find the job or not? Make sense? All right, so this is another thing that you can look for. Let's give a hand, inshallah, for group number 3. All right. So we're going to transition to the sisters, inshallah, group number 4 and 5. Please, everybody. Oh, I have 2 mics. Please, everybody, make sure that you pay attention and just respect that everybody else was paying attention as you speak, okay? Great. Let's go to your poster, inshallah. Brothers, feel free to come closer so you can see the posters as well. Are we getting tired already? Come on, stand up. Bismillah.
Okay, assalamu alaikum.
Wa
I'm
alaikum
Huda
salam.
and I'm going to be presenting our job. So we chose law, or like basically a lawyer. For education and preparation for this job, you're going to need to go to a lot of college, and you're going to have to get a bachelor's in law, and you can get that in many places. Law is a very common job, or being a lawyer is a very common job, but it's hard to, it's very hard. It's not as easy. You need a Juris Doctor degree. I just found out about this today, and I have no idea what it is, but you also have to pass the bar, and this is something you hear a lot. You have to pass the bar exam in order to become a certified lawyer. And for the outlook, it says that law has a generally positive outlook, and it's projected to grow, and the employment is very wafir.
Stable.
Yeah. For skills, you're gonna need a lot of skills for law, because it's not really something that it's not something to do with, your hands. You need a lot of things. You need to always be you need a problem solving, a lot of analytical skills. You need to be able to research. You need to always have active listening and just put together details. So you always have to be focused during this job. Communication and a lot of negotiation in the courtroom, obviously. Law is it can range, and you can be, a criminal lawyer, you can be so many different types of lawyers. So for criminal law, you're probably going to need a lot of negotiation skills. For salaries, it's very positive. You can start all the way from 60,000. This is, in the beginning of your career, and then you can get way higher than 110, but this is just like a general estimate. And also depends on if you're working for a law firm, or if you own your own, or if you have your own law firm. So yeah, it's a pretty positive job and projected to grow a lot. So yeah.
MashaAllah. Jazakumullah khair. Let's give it a hand, inshallah, for group number 4. Jazakumullah khair. So do you remember what was the average salary for the plumber? 63. What is the average start for the lawyer? Okay. So sometimes society puts certain values to different positions, right? And sometimes we have that perceived value. This gives you a research-based stuff, right? It's not just what the society is telling you, right? So that's why we're having that conversation today. All right. Group number 5, who's presenting? Bismillah.
So we did acupuncturists, and basically it diagnoses, treats, and prevents disorders by putting like very thin needles like into certain parts of your body, and it originates from a Chinese word called qi, which means healing. So basically, by inserting these needles, it helps with pain relief, makes you like healthier basically, and also like prevents energy flow, energy balance. Oh, So for this, you actually need a master's degree, so it's very, it's on the highest level, so we chose zone 5, obviously, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 graduation caps, and then skills, you need basic skills, problem solving, because if like the needle goes somewhere else or something, and people and technology systems, so you have to know how to use the needles and the people. Here. And for Okay, so for your personality, you need you need to have integrity. So obviously you have to be honest with your customers. You're dealing on a human body. So we actually found the Panama City salary, and it was 113K, but the average in the nation is 78K a year. So yeah, and then this human being, like, it's obviously showing like what's going on here. So you basically, this is wrong because we found out what it was like 2 minutes ago, but it's basically just like very, very thin needles like in certain parts of your body, so like your face, to promote blood flow and like stuff like that. And then you have to be dependable and attention. Yeah, that's it.
Attention to details.
Yep.
All right, wonderful. Thank you, group number 5. Give them a hand. MashaAllah, the sisters are more artistic than the brother, as expected. One thing I wanted to highlight that group number 5 mentioned, we can get back to the table. We can get back to the table, inshallah, and pay attention. One thing that I wanted to highlight that group number 5 highlighted is that, are we listening? One thing that group number 5 highlighted is that in Panama City, the average is 113. But the national average was 70 something, right? So that tells you sometimes certain positions will pay different in different areas. Different state, different cities within the state as well. Okay? Because right now, a lot of positions are going to be dependent onto like, what is the living style like in that city. Make sense? So keep that in mind as you are searching for different positions as well. Okay, transitioning to the next thing, inshallah. Where you took a break, we're not going to take another break. In your own sheet, now getting back to your own assessment, right? You can get back to your own device and your own assessment, and in your own sheet, go ahead and list at least 5 potential careers that align with your whole and code. So again, you're going to do the same thing that we did in a group. You're going to choose a preparation level. Then you're going to transition to looking at 5 potential titles that you see coming up to you that could be a possible career to you. Okay? If you haven't taken the assessment, maybe just take a wild guess from the conversation that we had. What are the 5 possible career pathways that you think about? That sounds like a very complex list. It's done. Okay, I'm giving you 2 minutes max, inshallah, to finish this. Did you finish yours? Did you finish yours? I see only 2. You don't have 5? Well, I'm sure the list have more than 5. Are we finished? Come on, do more thinking. How are the sisters doing? Are we done with the list? Okay, if you're done with the list, you can transition to the next thing as well. The next thing, which is identifying 2 career clusters. What does that mean? You could be a mechanical engineer working in higher education as an industry or a cluster. You could be a mechanical engineer as well, but working for the construction industry. You could be a software engineer working in a university or a college, but you could be also a software engineer working for a technology company. You could be a software engineer working for the masjid. All of these are different industries. Non-for-profit industry, masjid is part of it, right? You could be a software engineer working for a hospital, the healthcare industry, right? So I want you to think, if you have a potential career pathway, what are some of the potential clusters or industries you could be working on? The next question, again, identify at least 2 career clusters or industries that resonate with your whole and code and the career choices that you chose. If you have a question about this one, I know it could be confusing sometimes for some people. Just ask. How are you doing? Okay. Do you understand the question here? So for you, it's going to be just the healthcare industry. This one, right? All right. If you even finish that one, you can transition to finish the rest of the page as well, because that's exactly what we're doing next, which is choose 1 career from your list to research further, right? And that might be something you can do on your own, but maybe choose it. I want you to write that title in your worksheet right now, that this is 1 potential career. Out of the 5 that I chose earlier, this is the one that I'm going to focus on later. Go ahead and maybe look for that career and see what is the education typically required for that career and what is the average salary somebody in that career will be taking. ساعة كم معي؟ كم؟ 3:30 يعني 4 بكتير نكون مخلصين يعني إن شاء الله as planned 4 رغم إن إحنا بدأنا بعد الصلاة بس الحمد لله. All right. 1 minute left. Did we finish the sheet? Did everybody choose an industry or two? Choose one career out of the 5 that you chose earlier. Make sure that you list, number 1, what is education needed and how much on average you'll be paid in that position. Some people transitioned already to the map. We're not there yet. Sabr. No. Back up. Talking about this. Here. You already finished it. Allah Akbar. The sisters are like 5 pages ahead. MashaAllah. طيب. 30 seconds and then we transition inshallah. Okay. Can I bring everybody back? Everybody back with me here? Please? Do you feel that you have enough information and enough practice with the resource that we discovered today together to be able to do your own research now and in the future as well? Do you feel that you can navigate my next move as the website that we were working on today and learn about potential career pathways, understand how can you connect it with a potential career pathway in a specific university as well? Cool? Any questions about anything that we talked about so far? No? No questions? Going once? Going twice? Right? That means I'm doing a good job then. Bismillah. So we're moving on to the next page, inshallah. Draw your future. This is the page that has a map. It turns out, if you actually visualize your goals, if you draw your goals and revisit that vision every now and then, there is a 42% higher chance of you accomplishing that goal. This is research-based. This is not just Youssef telling you things. This is research-based. So that's why we're actually putting some of the things that we talked about today in drawing, right? I know I keep saying from the beginning, let's draw, let's try to doodle. It's intentional because, again, it taps into a different part of your brain and tells you to push yourself to be more creative and think about different ideas that you don't typically think about, right? And that's what we're doing in that map right now. Don't get ahead. We're going to take one section at a time together, inshallah. This is what the map that you have in front of you. You have one side that tells you the current reality, and then you have another side that tells you the future reality. This is what we're working on first. We're going to transition after that to the desired reality or the new future that you want to have. And then we're going to work on the middle section, the bold steps that can help you reach to your goals. Sounds good? So I want you to start by writing your name in the top cloud right here. Write your name in the top cloud right here. Feel free to add your Holland code, your top 3 Holland code. So in your score earlier, there was top 3 ones. Feel free to just put the initials. So investigative is I, social is S, right? So just feel free to put just the initials. Your Holland code, or my Holland code, for example, is SEC, social, enterprising, and conventional, right? So go ahead and write your own Holland code. All right. Bismillah. Question? No, you're writing at the top. Your whole code is going to be written at the top in the cloud itself. So make sure you have a space. I know it's a very small cloud. Okay. How many of us are good drawers? You think you can draw good? How many of us are not good at drawing? Because I'm terrible myself. All right? So again, I want to be intentional about this piece. I don't want to see only words on your map. I want to see some drawing and some doodle. Okay? So we're going to have a crash course about drawing. Okay? You don't have to do it in your own paper, but just listen to me. Maybe you can do it in one of the white pages, right? In the back of one of the white pages, okay? So first, we use the major shapes, the circle, the square, the triangle, to draw things, right? So just go ahead and draw a square. And then that square cannot be just floating in air, right? We need to just ground it. We're just going to add more squares at the center. We're going to draw a triangle at the top. And voila, you have a house. Surprise, surprise. Okay. Another crash course for drawing. Draw a circle. Somewhere. And put your favorite emoji in there. I like this one. In this map that we're writing, I want you to put some feelings, and hopefully you including emojis might be kind of portraying some of the feelings. Maybe feelings that you're feeling now as that part of the map, the current reality, or feelings that you want to have in the future reality of the map. Okay? We're good so far? Maybe with some of the things that you're looking for, I'm looking for financial stability. I'm just going to draw a dollar sign. Maybe I'm somebody who's looking for a job that has to do with nature. I'm just going to draw a tree. Maybe I'm somebody who wants to work with sea life. Draw a fish. I'm not the best when it comes to drawing a fish, but this is a simple way of drawing a fish. Boom. Does that make sense? But again, I want you to be very intentional when it comes to that part of the map is not only to include words, but also make sure that you're including some drawings as well. Okay? All right. Going on to the next part, inshallah. Again, use some symbols to imply some of your feelings or imply some of the things that you're looking for in the future reality or some of the things that you're experiencing right now in the current reality. Right? I'm giving you some ideas right here. You can draw a scale for a balance. You can draw a dollar icon for cash or financial stability. Trending up or down graph for increase or decrease, light bulb for creative ideas, a map for navigating a journey. These could be some good ideas as well. So, starting with the current reality, we're going to start one section at a time. We're going to start to the left side of the screen, the current reality. The current reality that you're living right now. What's going well, right? What challenges are you currently facing? And what are the people important to you say about you? I want you to write some of these things. What's your current reality looking like? Put some doodles, pictures. That's okay. So, no, we're going to work on this side after. So, just try to maybe in this space do something, okay? All right, you get 3 minutes, inshallah. Do your best. This is your map. This is how you're going to visualize your future and your current reality. So please take this serious. Come on. Start with the current reality. Write things down. Draw some things. How are we doing, sisters? Good? Two minutes and a half. All right. If you finished the current reality, transition to the next one, which is desired reality. We're not going to get to the bold steps yet. Desired reality. Your desired reality. Your future. What do you want to look for? What do you want to feel? The environment that you want to be in. Capture maybe some specific ambitions. Capture that future you always long for. What is it? You want nice what? Condo? She said this. Or not?
I'll put it young.
Yeah. Even better. Huh? If that first picture that you wrote earlier, or you drew earlier, about your first day at your career could fit in that future reality, you can include it as well. Are we done with the future reality? Yes, sir. Okay. All right. How are we doing with future reality? Do you need more time? You're doing good. That's a good start. Keep going. All right. One more minute. So this is going to be your first map. Inshallah, Sheikh Amr is able to share the map with everybody or the whole worksheet, and you can do all that work on your own again if you would like, right? The purpose of this workshop is to make sure that you are able to navigate all the tools that I'm giving you and be able to draw that future every now and then when you want to do it, right? To be able to plan every now and then as you're going through the stages of life. Okay? Still with me? Good. طيب. We're going to transition, inshallah, to the bold stops. Bold steps, rather. Okay? Transitioning to the bold steps. We ready? Yeah? طيب. Bold steps. As you are looking at the left side of the map, your current reality, looking at your right side of the map, your future reality that you want to live in the future, what are 3 bold steps that you can take to achieve that future reality that you always wanted? Okay? Now, here is some prompts that can help you with bold steps. The first one could be the biggest step. Maybe something that's scaring you a little bit. Well, I want to be a surgeon, but I don't know about the time commitment, right? Maybe a good bold step is talk to a surgeon. I'm going to search around and see who is the surgeon around here that I can talk to so I can get a little bit of, energy about that career, okay? The second step is a tactical step, like doing a plan, doing further research with the tool that we looked at today, my next move, okay? And the third step could be a mindset change, right? Going from an old way of thinking to a new way of thinking. For example, I thought I didn't have to plan at all. Now I'm embracing the idea of every now and then I gotta do further research and keep planning further. Does that make sense? These are just prompts to help you, but everyone have their own bold steps that make sense to them and their own plan. So go ahead and write 3 bold steps across the different bridges or the arrows in your map. Write 3 bold steps that can help you reach from the current reality to the future reality, inshallah. ايه الاخبار؟ الله ينور. الله ينور. طيب 20 more seconds. All right. Are we done with the bold steps? If so, raise your hand. All right. Okay. Looking at your map, how do you feel about your map? Okay. I'm hearing some positive feelings. I like it. All right. Anybody feels like they can come up here and share with us their map? I know you didn't expect that, did you, huh? Anybody would be comfortable? I'm not going to force you to do it. Anybody is comfortable to come up here and share with us what they have written in their map? Bismillah. Okay, pay attention. Come here, Muhammad. Hey, everybody pay attention, please.
Alright, guys. So, right now, I'm broke. I have no job. I just graduated. And I have a lot of free time on my hands. So, I have 2 good things and 2 bad things on there. And then my new reality that I would like to live is get my money up, get a job, and buy all the things I'd like to have, like a boat, jet ski, plane, nice car, whatever I want. And so the 3 bold steps I'm taking is find a job, save money and live below my means to achieve the goals that I want, and improve my resume and what I would have to offer to support being able to get a better job.
Wonderful. Give him a hand. طيب. Who else would like to share? Bismillah. Come on over. Oh. Sunny, come on. That's okay. You're good. Let's see if we can give you a mic because people cannot hear. Bismillah. All right, please, everybody, be respectful. Please, listen.
Okay,
Bismillah.
so I made my own. I'm home right here. I'm bored and I'm useless right now. And I want to find something to do. So over here, I'm gonna move into my house, my new house, hopefully. And yeah, and I'm gonna stay fit and find something to do. And then here I'm really broke, so I'm gonna find a way to make money, hopefully, by working hard and putting in effort. And then here's my new reality. I became rich and hardworking. Money. Right here I have. I'm not like there's no school yet, and I'm not studying for anything, and I'm not like preparing for anything because I'm in summer. It's not gonna last a very long time, but the point is I didn't do anything useful this summer. So I'm gonna prepare and I'm gonna study hard, prepare for my career, hopefully, and get into a college that I want or a university or whatever. And yeah. Oh, and right here, be healthier, eat healthier, and make better decisions.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah. Thank you for sharing. All right, we'll take one more person, inshallah. Share their map. Bismillah.
So this is collectively as 1, 2, 3 of us. So yeah, we're all living the same reality. So first of all, this is my house and emoji from the thing. Very nice. And right now I have no money, or we have no money. We're unemployed. We graduated, all of us. And yeah, so this is like we're basically doing nothing. Our desired new reality. So a big house, a mansion, okay, and then my 2 friends are living under the house, like upside down, and a cat, food, a family, money, and then a dog, and we own the whole ocean, like the whole world, basically. Wow. And then our 3 bold steps is university, find a job, and that's it.
Okay. It feels like a practical steps. All right, we'll take one more from the brothers. One more from the brothers. Come on. A bold move from the brothers. Anybody? Come on. Only say it for yourself. I'm not going to force anybody to say it if you're not comfortable sharing it. Huh? Anybody? One more from the brothers. Come on, we can do it. If the sister did it, we can do it. Come on, brothers. What's going on? طيب, خير. No problem. We'll transition, inshallah, to the next thing, which is very important. Please pay attention to that piece. Everybody, pay attention to this piece. There's something called the limiting belief. Pay attention to this piece. There's something called the limiting belief. A limiting belief is something that you might have heard in your school, growing up, in the house, outside the house, in your community, and it's stuck with you for a while. Right? For example, maybe at some point in your math class, you did really terrible in a homework, and your teacher was like, "You're absolutely terrible in math." And that just stuck with you. And that has become a belief that you adapted about yourself, and you just, hey, that's how it is. Right? That's who I am. And that's what we call a limiting belief. That's something that we need to be able to pay attention to and try to weed out some of these limiting beliefs. Right? Pay attention to your thinking process about who you are, right? As you are navigating the journey of focusing on like, how can I plan for my life and choose a career and all of this, some of these limiting beliefs will show up, right? Pay attention. Again, you need to focus on your thought process. Something that doesn't happen as easy as you think. Because most of the time, our thinking process happens in subconscious. You don't think about it. It's just, you get a final decision and that's it. You don't understand what is the reasoning behind that decision. You need to think back. How did I come up with the fact that I'm not going to be an engineer again? Oh, I remember. I think I'm terrible at math. Why I'm thinking I'm terrible at math? Well, I remember that time when my teacher told me so and so. Right? So we need to make sure that we're weeding out these limiting beliefs, especially because we are Muslims as well. Right? Everything, you could learn literally anything with the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Anything that you're trying to do could be possible by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Right or no? Right? You just got to do your best to do your research, do the hard work, trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, have tawakkul in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and inshallah you'll get there someday. Right? These limiting beliefs is going to be in the way. And you got to be very intentional in paying attention to your thought process so you are able to weed them out as they come through your thought process, inshallah. Okay? That map that we drew together, this is yours to keep. Sheikh Amr has that worksheet he can share it with everybody if you would like. What I want you to do, this is your first attempt to plan for your life, to have a little bit of a career clarity. I want you to take the tools that I shared with you today to do further research. Take extra bold steps, as you mentioned in your map, to actually bring some of these new realities that you drew together. Okay? It's not just me kind of lecturing you about these concepts and by the minute, maybe next week, it's all gone. You don't know what it is anymore. You're not using it anymore. These are tools for you to use from now on until you maybe after college even, right? Maybe you finish and you transition into the career that you thought you're going to like, but then you figured out, I don't like it anymore. I want to transition somewhere else, right? So again, this is just the start. And I want you to keep using these tools as you are navigating the next few steps in your life, inshallah. Make sure that you engage with the community around you and test the waters. Once you finalize a certain career pathway that you like, look around in the community and ask, who are the lawyers around here? Is there anybody who's doing acupuncture in our community? Is there any professional writers? Right? Talk to the people. Take some actionable steps that are going to distinguish you and give you advantage when you apply for college. And pay attention to this piece. I've been working in higher education for 10 years. One of the major things that as you apply for college and write your personal statement and we look at your application is what did you do to make sure that you're planning for your career? Career awareness. Does this student have career awareness or no? Right? And according to this, we're going to be able to reward you with scholarships, or we're going to determine how you're going to be successful in school as well. Right? According to research, students who do put the hard work to be more aware about their career, they tend to be more successful in college. They tend to finish college as well, earlier than everybody else, right? For us in college, retention is very, very important. Retention meaning that I want you as a student to get to college, finish it, and graduate on time, right? So if I see that you already have done the work to plan for your career and you've shown that in your resume or your application, you're going to get scholarships and you're going to get support. Make sense? Right. Before we get to that last question, and that's where your certification is going to come in, inshallah. After we finish this question, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, this is the last step of our workshop today. We're going to have a certification ceremony, inshallah. Me and Sheikh Amr are going to divide and give you the certifications for the fact that you attended the workshop today. These certifications you can use and include in your resume, and you can put it in your college application and just mention title of the workshop, the name of the company, my company, Ummah Career Lab, and that will help you, inshallah, be able to get further support as you apply for college. The last question for you today. What is one new thing that you learned today? I want to hear from everybody. What is one new thing that you learned today? One new thing. Bismillah. You learned something new, that maybe this is something that I don't need to invest too much on. I want to transition to focus on something else. Okay, thank you for sharing. What else? Bismillah.
You're 42% more likely to achieve
There you go. There is, according to research, there is a 42% chance higher for you to achieve your goals if you write them down, you visualize them, and you try to revisit them as early as possible. There is a purpose why I'm helping you to write your own map, and I want you to keep writing new maps and visualize them as well. Okay? All right.
There's something called the Holland Code.
The Holland Code. The Holland Code that we worked on together today is to help you understand your work profile. What is the best jobs available for me in the future according to my personality, the things that I love to do and the things that I don't love to do, the environments that I want to be in and the environments that I don't want to be in. All right? What else? I want to hear from everybody. Come on. You must have learned something new today. Bismillah. Say that again. Plumbers make 63K a year. We didn't know that. All right, what else? Bismillah. Sketching or writing or doodling, planning, visualizing helps you in the future. Thank you for sharing. What else? Come on, everybody's going to speak. Come on. You either say it or I'm going to ask you in the spot. Come on. You got to learn. You must have learned something new today. Bismillah. Oral surgeons make how much? 240 plus a year. We're all surgeons, right? You mentioned concierge 37. But was it you who mentioned that you want to be a surgeon, right? All right. Maybe you should consider oral surgeon. There you go. All right. What else? Right. Well, I hope you learned something new today. I hope you enjoyed this, and hopefully, again, these are not just going to stay in the shelf, but rather going to be plans that you're going to revisit again, and maybe rewrite them as well. Okay? Again, as we mentioned and highlighted multiple times, visualizing your plans help you get to your goals faster. Right. One last ask. If you can do me a favor, go ahead and scan this QR code and tell me how did I do today. Go ahead and scan this QR code and tell me how did I do today. What do you think about this workshop? What did you benefit from it? Did it meet your expectations? Did it exceed your expectations? Wow, or whatever. Yes. So go ahead, inshallah, scan this QR code and please tell me how did I do today.
Is everybody done?
Are we done with the survey,
It's
inshallah?
going to help the Sheikh if you going to give the feedback, inshallah. Okay, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. I have to say that this has changed me in a little bit, at least the way I'm thinking. I was thinking in the beginning, oh my God, would these youth be able to sit, because he was telling me 3 hours, would be able to sit for 3 hours, listen to somebody who talks for 3 hours. Now, mashallah, I believe it because it's a reality. It's been engaging. So from the bottom of my heart, I say Jazakallah khair to the Sheikh. Barakallah feek. I hope everybody would get the chance to thank the Sheikh. Barakallah feek, brother Imam Youssef. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala benefit us with this. Like I said yesterday, if you caught anything beneficial today, make sure you go work on it, because these tools really help. I know it helped. Shadowing that he was talking about helped Abdullah. I'm not sure if he shared that or not, because Abdullah was, am I okay to share a little bit of? He was not decided. Like Muhammad was decided from years ago. He knows what he wants to do. Abdullah was undecided, and I hope I wasn't on your head. What is it? What is it that you want to be? But يعني I know he was, is it this? No. Is it that? No. I'm not interested in this. I was the same way. But when he started shadowing, this shadowing thing, that was the first time even I know the meaning of this word. So he knew that this is what I want to do. So tools like this would help you, inshallah, if you put it in practice. So go ahead and play with the information or the tools that you have, and hopefully, inshallah, it will help you. Jazakumullahu khair. We will hand you these certificates. The Sheikh will hand you the certificates now. And after that, I want every single person to come and take a picture with the Sheikh, inshallah, right here. This is the area for it. So, okay. How about they come to us here and we hand it to them? Yes, if you wish. طيب ملاك المبارك. بسم الله. يارا المبارك. بسم الله. All right. And Nada Ibrahim next. Muhammad after. Nada Ibrahim. Jana Muhammad. And Noor Ibrahim, Noor Dabour. And Kulsum Shujan. Sumaya Ahmed. Mariam Patel. Sumaya, let's take a picture. Mariam. And Huda Dabour. Habiba Abdul Rahim. إبراهيم أحمد. محمد دبور. عبيدة حسين. عبد الله إلري. Man, Hillary. Am I saying it right? Hillary. It's a Turkish name. Alec Whitrock. Zakaria Ahmed. Zakaria. Dalla Dabour. اسماعيل حسين. عبد الله صاحب النوم عشان اخذ الشهاده. مصطفى شلبي. Where's Mustafa? Mustafa got a new car today. I think he's happy playing around with it. Youssef Al-Bibi. Where's Youssef? Qasim Shujan. What happened to them? Omar Muhammad. Muhammad Hassan. Ayan Amir. خد هاي دمي. Okay, so at this time, if I may ask everybody to come forward, come to the front, inshallah. Group picture, group picture. With the certificates, the group picture with the certificates, inshallah. Boys to the right. This way. One line, inshallah. Girls. Let's scoop in here. Maybe somebody can take a knee. So, can we have another group? Yes, Ibrahim, can you, if you don't mind? Everybody from here and on, can you take a knee here? Yes, please. Yes, come on, guys. Ismail, Abdullah, take a knee, please. Trying to squeeze Omar here, please. Jazakallah khair. It's okay. Noor, right here. Thank you. Thank you. Sumaya, you want to come here? Or Aya? Yes, next line. Yalla, get to the line. You want to come to the front, yeah, Maryam? Sheikh.
One thing I want to mention for everybody, in your worksheet, there is this to tell you. Our website, okay?
Take one with the sheikh. Let's say career.
Out of all the words, it's a little bit long.
Come on. خد بالعرض يا دكتور.
Hey, sit down. Abdullah, sit down.
Back here.
We're not done yet, guys. Bismillah.
Okay. All right. Now, if you don't mind, guys, can you help us get all the pencils, pens, and everything to this table right here, and put the chairs back and tables, and then we're gonna go get the sandwiches, inshallah, the Subway. So give me all the markers and pens right here, please, if you don't mind. Make sure you take your worksheets with you. Take your worksheets and obviously certificates. You need to keep the certificates. So all pens here. Here. Why is it not open? Please put them here. And all the markers here, yes. Yeah, can you put them here on this side? حطيهم يا دعاء.
نفس الستايل ده كده.